Hi guys. I know that some of you gave me really good constructive criticism. I'm so grateful. Thank you. One of the things was we missed your horizontal videos and the lighting has been terrible. Just so you know, the only reason I've been doing those vertical dark videos lately is because I usually do them right before I go to bed, and it's in my bedroom, and I don't know why, but I'm like embarrassed in my bedroom a little, and also like I usually feel and look like crap right before bed, and so it's just like an insecurity thing. But I get it though. Like I actually don't like it when people film like that, so I don't know what I was thinking even doing that. So thank you for giving me your constructive criticism. So many of you left so many great comments. There were a couple of you that were just rude, by the way. And so if I didn't heart your comment, you probably said something really rude. There's a big difference between constructive criticism and just being rude, and some of you were just rude. But you know what? I don't even care. Like, I read it and I was like, yeah, I don't care. It used to would have bugged me, but I just don't have the time or the energy or the help to care about that right now, so that's fine. Let people comment. It helps the algorithm, and let them say what they want. So moderators, if you're listening, just let people say what they want. I don't even care at this point. Anyway, but thank you for all the ones. You guys gave me so many things to work on, and also made me realize that maybe I don't have to change as much as I thought I did, and accepting parts of me that's just how I am and it's who I am. And so anyway, so I'm working on all of that, so thank you. So my videos are going, my plan was to have the videos be much better once we're settled and I can plan videos, and but if I have a good day in the meantime, then I will sit down and film some really good planned out videos for you guys. But until we get through this stressful period in our life, I'll definitely do the vertical videos instead, but they're not going to be super edited or planned out unless I'm having one of those days where I'm like, I'm going to film 5 videos today and put them out one by one, whatever. So anyway, okay, so today was really hard. Today was a bad day for Danny and me. And he's doing better now, but please keep him in your prayers or your thoughts or vibes or whatever you do. He's going through it, guys. We both are, and I think he almost reached his actual breaking point tonight, and and by the way, he would be fine with me telling you this. He's not the type of person that would reach out for help. So I'm going to ask on his behalf for prayers for him. And he's I don't think I should get into it, but just the most unbelievable stuff is happening at his work. And then combine that with our cars breaking down, and this entire situation of having to move, and the stress, and how every place that is big enough for us and that would work for us is so freaking expensive, like almost double what we pay here. It's just a very stressful time right now, and he's doing much better tonight. Like, we had a good night together, but today it was very difficult. But we did go see some more homes today, and we did go back to that one that we really liked that we saw yesterday, the one that's still being built, and it will be ready in May. And it brought up a lot of realizations for me today, and I'm kind of like hating this about myself, but at the same time I can't help it. And so I'm trying to deal with this, but a big issue that I'm noticing is that there are a lot of homes that we will go and look at, and they would work just great for us and everything, but just like the stupidest little things would trigger my PTSD, or trigger like for instance, there's this one house that we found that is awesome, and it's like big, and it's kind of older, so and that's fine, I don't care about that, but it's in a neighborhood that's like pure, you can tell it's just like purely families, like families with lots of kids. That's really hard for me. In our neighborhood here, these are townhomes, and they're very unique townhomes, whereas they're very tall with lots of stairs, and it's not the greatest house for a kid. And so I that's why we feel so at home here, like it just fits us here, whereas everyone else in Utah and Mormonville has a bajillion kids, and that's something that's really hard for me right now that I'm trying to work through. And I just had a complete breakdown. We went to that house. It was a great house, could work perfectly for us, but there were so many kids, and it was like right on a busy street where kids play, and there's a little park and everything, and it just was, I don't know, and then there was another house that we went and looked at that looked really cool, but like the street that it's on completely triggered a childhood traumatic memory for me, and I just started having a panic attack. Like, I didn't realize that my mental health is so freaking annoying that it's getting in the way of even the one thing that we need to figure out. But on top of that, having bad credit in the past hasn't been an issue for us, because it used to be you didn't need good credit to rent, and now everyone wants good credit. So even the houses we did look at, they require good credit. So we can't do it unless we got a cosigner, which isn't looking good. So this one that we do like, that I feel safe in, the one that's right by Walmart and everything, and it's brand new, and it'll be done in May, and it's the same size as this house pretty much in square footage, and it would work for us and everything, and I feel safe there. That's the one that seemed that the lady is, she asked about our situation. I told her we have no credit, and she was like, I think we can work around that though. As long as you can prove his income, we can work around that. And we're like, that's unheard of right now. Like, everyone is doing credit checks, and you've got to have a credit score of like at least 600 or something. And we're like, we have like an 8. Does that work for that? So I don't know. This is the one that it feels like it's right and everything. It's just the price that's the issue. So we've been discussing today different ways that I can make money, because I was saying Walmart's right there. I could walk across the street and work like an hour shift. I have an hour of energy every day that I know I have, and maybe I could do that. And that's, not much, but it's something. And Danny's like, honey, there are days where you can't even stand longer than 5 minutes. You can't do the dishes. You can't without passing out, or you can't da-da. And he's like, what if you have a day where that happens, And he's like, I would just much rather you work on YouTube and really sit down and really like see what you can get out of this channel monetarily that you would feel comfortable with. Because we talked about, and I am considering doing this, but I want to explain something. We were talking about doing a Patreon, and my reservations with that is that first of all, so many of you over the years have asked me to do a Patreon, simply because you're like, it's not fair that YouTube demonetizes you and that you don't even monetize your videos anyway. You're not here for money, but like, we know it takes money to make your videos, and we want to give you at least a little bit every month or whatever. Like, I've had that requested for so long. It's unreal. And so I brought that up to Danny, and I was like, yeah, I'm really thinking about doing it. But here's the thing. I don't feel good about having a Patreon in the way that most people do it. Like, most people on YouTube, they use a Patreon to only get like something special. Like, you can only, so like, for instance, I wouldn't feel right being like, okay, only my patrons can watch this crying video, or watch a house update, or watch an eating disorder update, or whatever. I feel so bad doing that, because it's like, I don't know. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to make money off of this. And plus, like, most of my audience is mentally ill, and most mentally ill people don't have money, aren't able to work, and live off of social security or whatever. I would feel terrible doing that. I don't feel good about being like, okay, sign on to my Patreon and then you can get exclusive footage of this or that or whatever. Like, no, I want everyone to see everything I have to say and do and produce. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. Not that I'm not trying to judge other YouTube channels that do that. I just don't feel what my videos are. It doesn't feel right to, essentially bribe people to be able to have my entire message, you know? So if I did it, I would just put it up, and those that have been asking to pay for it can, and maybe I can think of something special that I could give to them that wouldn't make other people upset, you know? Like, I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't upset other people, but I just don't feel good about being like, you're only gonna see this video and you're only gonna see this footage if you're a Patreon, and if you're a patron, and blah blah blah. Like, I just don't feel right about that. So I don't know. So I'll probably put it up, and then, you know, I do want to start a Cameo. I feel okay doing a Cameo because that's something that's like purchase by purchase basis instead of a Patreon that's like a monthly fee. Because what if someone signs on to a Patreon and they can totally afford it and they want to, but then what if in a couple months they lose their job and then they can't afford it anymore? And I would never want to put, you know, so like a lot of you have asked me to make personal videos for you anyway, and if you can pay to do it, then great, and if not, that's okay too. I don't know, I wouldn't feel as bad because it's just like, you don't have, it's not like a requirement to watch me and be a part of my life. You don't have to pay for a Cameo, but if anyone wants one, here I am, type thing. And then Paul, our best friend Paul, who's been kind of my manager, has offered to come over and really sit down with me and really figure out like the deep ins and outs of how we can make money and how I can feel right about it. And I've already been doing that on my own, and I've been learning certain things I can't say, certain words I can't say and stuff, but there's a lot more I think that goes into it that I need to learn, and Paul is very willing to come and help me do that. So thank you, Paul, if you're watching. He's the best. He's just the best friend we've ever had. He's so supportive, and oh my gosh, he's the best. Anyway, so we're just, you know, these are just thoughts that it's like Danny makes enough money to cover that house, but it's like where our plan is kind of where we would like to, you know, build credit for a year or two and save money and maybe build a house that's custom to us, that's not every other Utah house, which is family, you know, which is like a big spacious house, but it has like 6 bedrooms because everyone has 6 kids, you know, and it's just like, I don't know, like this house is pretty close to what we would need, but if we could save up and we could either buy a house someday that works for us, or we could try and build our own one day where it can just be a big spacious studio and also a little living area, you know, but mainly make it Danny's studio and my studio, and I don't know. So anyway, but it's like at this point we have looked at dozens of houses now, and everywhere requires a credit check. So we do need to take advantage of this one if we can, and we'll figure it out. If we have to do that much money a month, we'll figure out how to do it, and we'll budget, and we'll eat ramen noodles if we need to, and we'll work it out. And it's just very stressful to think about, but we'll get there. And yeah, so anyway, that's kind of what's going on today. So just keep Danny in your prayers and thoughts, and I'll let you know as soon as I know about the house. I thought about going back maybe tomorrow or the next day, except I don't have a car. Anyway, I should have done it today, actually. I was gonna film inside of the house that's being built right now and like show you, because that wouldn't give away too much, you know, and you could at least get an idea of the space and stuff and what it looks like. Because listen, this home is gonna be your home too, you know? Like, I've had so many of you say, and I agree, that this home is your home too. This home has been, you know, our community's home for years, and it was my parents' house before this, and now this is our home, and now we all need to find a new home that we can all be together. So I want you guys to like it, but I know that all you guys want is just for me to be happy and for me to feel safe. And so far, out of the dozens of houses we've looked at, this seems like the best one possible. So I don't know. So anyway, there's the updates for you, and I will talk to you guys a little bit more tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for being patient with me, and I'll be doing my best to make better videos coming up. I just am so overwhelmed and stressed right now, but at the same time, it would take away stress if I could, you know, monetize my videos. And I don't want to do this in like a dirty way. Like, I don't, like, listen, it would be very easy for me to just make videos about Eugenia every day and get 10,000 views per video and make money, but I don't feel right doing that. Every time I have ever made a video about Eugenia, I've never monetized it. I don't feel right about that. I don't feel right monetizing someone else's pain. I'm okay monetizing my own pain. That's fine. But like someone else's pain, you know what I mean? Like I do have morals despite what 5% of you out there think. Thank you for the others that don't judge me, but no, I just don't feel right about certain things. So I don't know. Just let me know what you think about the Patreon, Cameo. I'm sure I've already asked you in the past, but in the past I wasn't as driven and as like really looking for constructive criticism and really needing to change. And my life has just been flipped upside down, and I kind of don't have any options other than to survive this and to fight and to take a good look at myself and our situation and what needs to be done. So I'm really trying to do that. So thanks for being patient with me. All right, this is long enough. I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. And remember forever and always that you're beautiful, you're worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye. Love you guys.